going to be the Dead Space official gameplay trailer. It's debuting today. You can see right there the countdown. If you want to skip ahead in the broadcast to the gameplay, my breakdown, I'll rewatch it, I'll loop it. It's going to be a great time. So if you clicked on this and I'm not live and you're watching the past broadcast, just skip ahead. If you enjoy live streams and live conversations, hit subscribe and the bell button. Here on Reforge Gaming, I am usually in this scene doing a talk show with the live audience, but we obviously are going to be watching this gameplay with the live audience. I'm going to be bringing people over from my God of War Ragnarok stream. Tons of news about story length, cutscene length, and the rating. Check out that VOD if you missed it. I'm going to end that stream now and bring everybody over. We typically do multiple shows a day, and that's one way of keeping the show going, is I can end a show and redirect everyone over from that show and bring them to our new live show. I, for one, came into the Dead Space franchise with Dead Space 3. Funny enough, the conversation about Dead Space always sort of centers around the fact that Dead Space 3 is like the one that people don't like as much as the others, which I've heard, oh, you have to go back, you have to play the first one, it's so much better. And I tried it and was enjoying it, and then some things happened with our schedule and some other games come up, and we had to shut it down. We had to okay, we can't continue this gameplay. So now, a perfect opportunity for me to jump in to this game is on us. It's here, and we're gonna be able to play it. I just realized I'm gonna have to get my mic cord and move it because I'm on a new rig. Let me send out the tweet for this stream. I need to make that change before this goes live. I just realized we switched rigs. I'm having a hard drive replaced. Remake gameplay reveal. I'm having a hard drive replaced in my main streaming rig, so I'm streaming on my non-rig this morning, and that is going to be a problem. We are not going to be able to hear the gameplay. That wouldn't be a very good showcase. So let me go over here and let's get the retweets going and the tweets going. I want to make sure these are out. You can always follow us at Reforge TV on every other platform that's out there, Twitter and all the others. If it's a platform, we're on it, and it's under Reforge TV. Let's take a look at the brand new Dead Space Remake gameplay. Send that tweet. There we go. All right, we've got time to test this. I'll be able to swap the cable around and add it as an audio device, and that gives us time to get prepared and set up here. Let me go down here and do this and do that, since sometimes people in the Discord have the announcements room muted. Give me 1 second. Okay. Don't switch. Okay. You're on Vimeo? No. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and then I'm also on the platform where the little kids post the videos of them dancing and stuff. Okay, mic auxiliary audio 2 is going to need to be this. Apply. Okay. And then I have to go into advanced audio properties, and I have to go monitor only, close. Okay. All right, let me turn it down, and let me do a test here. Here, let's go to another scene. Okay. I just need a test video to make sure sound is coming through, and I tell you what we'll do. We'll use the stream this morning. Okay. Can you guys hear that? Story length, the amount of... You can hear me talking, right? Let me know if you can hear me. Did you hear that coming in? Did you hear, suddenly, God of War, my voice come in really loud? That is through the cable. Quick fix. We got it. Perfect. That would have been really, really, really bad if that suddenly didn't work. Let me go into the Stream Deck, and I need to do audio mixer, mic, and then audio mixer, mic 2. All right. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you guys for the huge turnout. Already 400 people here waiting for the official gameplay trailer. The Dead Space Remake gameplay trailer. Smash the like button. We're going to do a breakdown and a discussion after the fact. We don't even have 100 likes yet. There's over 400 people here. Let's get it cooking. If you've never been to one of my streams before, make sure and hit subscribe and the bell button. I am a safe for work broadcaster. A lot of people enjoy the fact that they can throw me on in the background of their day like a podcast, and they don't have to worry about the language that I'm using, and we appreciate you being here this morning and supporting this. We do lots of gameplay reveals like this. We enjoy watching them together, slowing them down, chopping them up, trying to deduce, mechanics, features, updates, different things. And so if you enjoy that kind of content, make sure and hit subscribe. If you're literally just here for the gameplay, that's fine too. Hang out with us, enjoy your time, hit the like button, all of the various things. The like button and subscribe button are free to press, and they support the channel, they support the video, and we appreciate everybody being here this morning. We do multiple talk shows a day, so if you like live podcast talk show content like this, we already did a show this morning about God of War, Ragnarok, if you want to check that one out, the game rating, the game length, all those things. So thank you so much for being here this morning. Now, this is a remake I'm looking forward to. Yeah, the general discussion around remakes is kind of heating up and getting a little contentious because people feel that remakes are being overdone. They're doing way too much of them. We got into a little, discussion about the potential remake of Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us. Looks like there's a lot of remakes coming out. So I won't play almost anything for a game I used to enjoy. I'm a modern gamer. Dead Space, let's go. I would love to finally play the original. Yeah, I'm excited about this as someone who never played the original at length. I played like the first hour, and then it didn't work out in our schedule. We stopped playing it. I was in the mood for like scary games with jump scares, and people were like, oh, you have to play the original Dead Space. And it just didn't fit with what we were doing. I turned my lights off. Are you guys seeing that? I literally stepped on the plug. I was like, why are my lights off behind me? Like back here? I was like, my lights are off. What happened? I literally stepped on the plug when I went to take care of the microphone cord. I have a feeling you'll be disappointed playing this after Callisto. I don't think so. No. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong, but you won't have the nostalgia factor. I don't know, man. The more I look at this game and the more I look at the screenshots, I think this is going to be amazing. I think they really, really brought it. I don't think you're going to need nostalgia to enjoy this game. I don't think so. I don't know if they're being overdone, says Rob. On the one hand, new games always there's something to push for, but there's tons of great old games perfect to be remade with all of the bells and whistles. I thought that said balls and whistles. I thought that's a very different remake, but yeah, all the bells and whistles for sure. If you guys are new and you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit subscribe so you can talk in my chat. Let me know what you think. Are there too many remakes? Are you looking forward to the Dead Space remake? I am really looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to Callisto Protocol, so I understand the comparisons given the original makers of Dead Space are the ones making Callisto Protocol. I've never played Dead Space, so I'm excited. I'm excited from an artistic perspective, says Icy. This game was amazing on the PS3. I'm going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy on current gen. I don't think nostalgia would have mattered if you played this before Callisto. I don't know, Eugene. I feel like they're going to be such different expressions of this game type, I don't think that Callisto is going to hurt this. You know what I mean? I think Callisto's going for a more gory, more action horror, and I don't think Dead Space quite falls into that. It feels more action thriller than action horror. Like, it feels more like there's a tenseness in the game and not like a gruesome, gory horror game. I don't know. Callisto doesn't seem like it's going to do what you think it's going to do. Maybe for you, but not for me. I feel like I'm going to approach these games with very different expectations from both. If you guys are just tuning in for the Dead Space Remake gameplay, as you can see there on the screen, it goes live in 2 minutes. Stick around. We're going to do a breakdown. We'll rewatch it multiple times. Do me a favor. It helps out this video. It helps more people find us if you smash the like button. So please do that if you haven't done so already. Give that like button a smack. Smack it like it did something wrong, but in a playful way, you know? You're not being mean to it. I think Callisto advances the genre, says Eugene. This is just a remake, though, so I don't know if the gameplay holds up against an evolvement of it. Yeah, I don't know, though. Don't you? We'll have to see today. We'll see today. I think this is good dialogue, Eugene, because you might be convinced today you'll see the gameplay and be like, yo, what? Like, I actually think this is going to evolve the genre. This is going to push the ball forward. Do you know what I'm saying? 600 viewers, so many people here. Guys, we need 50 more likes. A lot of you that are here all the time. You're lurking and you're listening, and you know those likes are desperately needed. A lot of these people are probably drive-by. They're not logged in, and they don't know what they're missing here on Reforge Gaming. We do a daily talk show. Usually I am in this scene talking with people, having a great dialogue and back and forth. We already did a show this morning about God of War. Check out that past broadcast if you're a new subscriber or you like my content. You literally had to chop the monster's extremities off. Release date? It's early 2023, isn't it? What's the official release date of this? Dead Space Remake release date. Isn't it March? No, I'm sorry. January 27th is the current release date for the Dead Space Remake. January 27th, 2023. Dead Space is an upcoming survival horror game developed by Motive Studio and published by Electronic Arts. And when the countdown shows up here, I will bring the volume on at a low level and we'll watch this together. No, this is not going to be a safe for work game. It's going to be gruesome. I don't know if they'll be swearing in the trailer, but yeah, it'll be a gruesome trailer. You're not going to want like kiddos in the room for this one. Been delayed to March? When did they say that? When did they say that? Dead Space Remake delay March. Dead Space Remake was announced. It was in March of 2022 and then got delayed to early 2023. There are no news reports corroborating your claim. Sorry. A real quick Google search, that's not been stated. So that could be an inside leak or rumor that you heard. Doesn't mean it's wrong. I can't corroborate that with anything in the press. So there's not been any official announcements. Guys, there's almost 700 people here. Do me a favor, man. Smash that like button. Smash it. We really appreciate you being here. We're going to make sure this thing is at 1080. We're going to make sure it's running at that. And then I'm going to turn the controls off. And then I'm going to fix the capture. There we go. There's the countdown. All right, hang on. Let me give you guys some audio. There you go. It's creepy. Oh, gosh. Imaging Diagnostics Cam 1. Attention, all participants in the experiment. The facility will now explode. Thank you for your contribution to science and the future. They always have to do like the creepy, flat, non-emotive female voiceovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, utter chaos is about to commence, you know? 700 watching, why not hit the like button? Come on, man. Let's do the Pepsi like challenge. There's 700 people here. We should have like 300 or 400 likes. Why are we console warring on a Dead Space stream? Console warring never stops. It never stops. Cosmic Horror is my favorite. Okay, GLaDOS. I'm telling you, GLaDOS paved the way in Portal. It paved the way. I just think stuff like that is automatically creepy. Right? It's automatically creepy. Oh. Thank you to everybody who has hit subscribe today. Welcome to Reforge Gaming. Do me a favor. Keep hitting subscribe. Smash the like button. We want to hear from you. Let's watch.
USG Ishimura. This is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call.
Isaac Clarke.
What have you got, Isaac?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the tramps.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help.
Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clarke. With or without you.
Isaac, it's me. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
Nicole?
Yeah, they're sticking to the January 27th date. So the guy that said it got delayed. We're gonna re-watch that, guys, and look for more gameplay clues. I'm gonna try to turn up the resolution. I kind of agree with the people in chat that are like, it doesn't look like they really. I don't know. The graphics seem kind of low compared to what we've seen with Callisto. Now, that was a premiere, so let's watch it on 4K and see if it makes a difference. I think this is going to make a bit of a difference. You have to remember, anytime they premiere something on YouTube, it always looks a little like, ugh, because the compression size is like, that already looks better just right there, him standing there. I do wonder if Callisto. I feel like the music's been kind of low today. I'm just gonna take it to a 3 instead of a 2. Yeah, I do wonder if Callisto is gonna be to many people more impressive than this. If you guys are enjoying the breakdown, the discussion, and the watch of the trailer, do me a favor and smash the like button and hit subscribe. Don't make this be the only time you're on my channel. We do live discussions like this Monday through Friday. Yeah, like this scene right here, it doesn't look, I'm just not seeing anything that, that doesn't look that, I'm not saying it looks bad, right? I'm not saying it looks bad, but that, I don't know, man. I think Callisto Protocol is going to really, really up the ante It is. I think it's going to up the ante. I think this looks good. It doesn't look great. Right? I think it looks good. It doesn't look great. This does not look like other high-end remakes that we've seen. You know, the level of detail and work they've done in other remakes and remasters, I think it looks good. I really do. This is a really, really good-looking game. I do think Callisto is going to end up looking quite a bit better. Because, look, there's a big difference in detail. Like, look at the detail that's on this guy now. That's a cutscene, right? That's a cutscene. That's not in-game. When they showed us the guy in-game, his texture looked really bland and flat. You know what I'm saying? It did not look like that. Yeah, the animations do look much better. Yes, I will say that. The enemies are moving in a really, really good sort of lifelike way. I will agree with that. You think this was the inspiration for Returnal? There could have been aspects of Dead Space that inspired Returnal, but they're such very, very different games. No, there are no cutscenes. Well, you know what I'm saying? Not a cutscene. Wait, did they say that? There's no cinematics at all? I thought they said there was no loading screen. So that right there is not a cutscene? What are you talking about? Like the ending here. I thought they said there was no loading screen. It's a single shot game. Okay, so so how do they do that? So that's going to happen to your character and the camera's going to look at you and then they're going to flip the camera around? All right, we're going to let it loop. We're going to let it loop. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I don't know. I think it looks good, not great. From the earlier cutscenes, I thought it was going to look quite a bit better. Yeah, it doesn't look like the original game. Anybody who's saying that is just out of their head. Guys, there is over 800 people here, man. Smash the like button if you're enjoying the breakdown and the conversation. Hit subscribe and chime in to the chat. What do you think about this? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll right now. Dead Space Remake gameplay trailer. Rate it. We're going to do A, B, C, D. We're going to do A. No, we're going to do S, A, B, C. That's what we're going to do. Well, no, we'll do A, B, C, D because people are going to be like, what the frick is S? Not everybody uses that. All right, A, B, C, D. All right. Dead Space Remake gameplay trailer. Rate it. I'm going to put a poll at the top of the chat. I want to see what you guys think about this. Because I am not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I don't think this looks great. I think it looks very, very good. I would give this a solid 8.5. I wouldn't give it a 9.5. What I've seen from Callisto, I would give a 9.5. I think Callisto looks absolutely breathtaking and almost real. This looks excellent. I mean, this looks good. I'm sorry, not excellent. I don't know what to tell you, Lono. It looks like DLC to me. S plus S A B G minus. What's good, Zubair? To me, Callisto already looks better, and the engine is new. Seem more as imaginative than Dead Space 1. Still looks amazing. Some of the monsters I see seem censored. Need more blood. Don't be a little B. B plus A minus is English O. How the turntables? No, I said, Eugene. I said today's trailer might change your mind. And it's changing my mind. The screenshots I've seen up to now looked awesome. They looked bonkers good. I think this today has been a very solid showing, a very good showing, but I'm not blown away. Like the first time I saw the Ragnarok story trailer and the first time I saw the Last of Us breakdown of like the remakes, I would say I was blown away. On the God of War stream, this guy says, that's disappointing. It's the same size as 2018 in terms of main game, considering they have many plot lines. Sounds like they'll rush a lot of the main game. 8 to 9 hours more than 2018 if you do side quests. So, do the side quests? Like, Like, so do the side quests? You know what I mean? I don't understand why that guy would say that. Like, oh, it's disappointing. What do you mean? Do the side quests. There's 8 or 9 more hours of gameplay. 2.5 out of 5 dadgum, says Bazikan. Or Bazikan. I might be biased, but I think this looks good. I have yet to say that it looks bad. I would give it a B. I would give it a very, very solid B. I was hoping to see S tier content today, and I have not seen that. I was hoping, some of this is my own expectations, right? Is that I thought it was going to be S tier gameplay. So I want to buy it, I want to play it, but this is a solid B for me today. Moving to a whole new game and new engine is my theory. People commenting on the Halo thing. I just want to reply to at least 2 of them. This doesn't look great for next gen only. Yeah, that's the other thing, Eugene. Isn't this next gen only? Isn't this only PS5, Series X, PC? This looks like a Switch game. Well, that's exaggeration. I mean, that's not even hyperbole I would take serious. This does not look like a Switch game. It was S-tier gameplay 14 years ago. It looks like Switch mobile experiences. TJ Rage, do I need to pull up the Division mobile game to show how silly you look right now? Like, come on. It does not, no. I would say it looks good. Callisto does look better. It does look better. But this does not look like a mobile game or a Switch game. That's so hyperbolic. It's not even worth considering. Compared to Callisto, which is cross-gen, and this is next-gen only. How come Callisto is cross-gen and this pile is next-gen exclusive? You guys are starting to see why I expected to see S-tier gameplay today. I expected S plus tier, like next-gen only. This is going to be bonkers. It looks good, but this also looks like something I could have played on my PS4. A PS4 Pro, maybe, but like, this looks like something I could have played on my PS4. Obviously 30 frames per second, but the graphical fidelity, the lighting, and the textures, this looks like something I could have played on the PS4 during the generation of games that we got from like Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War and The Last of Us 2. You know what I mean? I'm not being picky. This is a next-gen only title. The good news is it looks like the marketing train is going to ramp up for it, so maybe we'll get some more gameplay vids. Oh, yeah, I love breaking these vids down with you guys. Guys, there's still so many people coming in. We're breaking down the Dead Space Remake gameplay trailer. Could you give me 40 more likes on the video if you're enjoying my coverage? Hit subscribe so you can talk in my chat. You guys might help us hit a huge milestone today. I need 170 subscribers. That's all I need. I need 170 subscribers to hit 20K. And I don't know, that we're cruising right now. Lots of new folks are coming in. If you enjoy my content, let me pause the video very quickly. I'm usually in this scene doing a talk show. It's a safe for work talk show. I don't swear in the broadcast. A lot of people subscribe to the channel and they treat me like a podcast or a radio show throughout their week. We already did a show this morning on God of War. So make sure you're subscribed. Check your homepage. If I'm not on your homepage, always check your subscriber feed every day. We do multiple shows. We do have paid memberships if you want to become a member and be a part of the members-only talk shows that we do every day. At the end of the day, consider throwing $5 at the channel. That's all it costs, and you get a whole month of extra content, and you get into our members-only Discord. I don't disagree. I was hoping for some raw, like 5 minutes of gameplay. I agree with that too, Ray. This is supposed to be the Dead Space official gameplay trailer, and it's really chopped up. Like, doesn't that give you a little bit of concern? The Dead Space official gameplay trailer, and it's really chopped up. You know what I'm saying? 30 FPS also. Oh, is this trailer running at 30 FPS, Paul? Could the style of visuals and graphics be an intentional design choice? At one level, T-Tube, I agree with what you're saying. I do think at one level, it is a design choice for the game to feel very drab and metallic and dirty, right? But it also, when you look at the metallic structures, when you look at the walls, when you look at the creatures, I don't necessarily think that's purely an artistic decision. Like right here, this is some of the earlier footage that we've seen, okay? Just sort of the blood on the wall and the lighting and the fog, it all looks fantastic. I don't have any complaints about this. This is one of the earlier things that we saw about this game. You know, the zoom in here, you can see just how gruesome the game's going to be, right? No 60 option. It never shows 60 there, Paul. That's just a resolution choice. I've never been on a video and seen frames per second on that quality option choice. Like, this is such a great freeze frame that I just accidentally did. Like, there is something plastic about all of it. It doesn't seem like the gruesome, gritty, bloody, gory Callisto Protocol graphics. That looks really plastic. There are vids that say with 4K 60. Oh, really? I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe I just haven't noticed it when I've clicked on it. That's my mistake. I've seen plenty, both 720 60 and 1080 60. Okay, so this is a 30 FPS trailer. Okay, sorry, that's my mistake, Paul. I didn't know you could choose that on YouTube. I probably never look. I just go to the top one and click. I literally don't look at what it says. It shows 60 there? I mean, I don't think so. That's your channel, 1080 60. Because I'm a baller! I'm a baller, Paul! Anyway, I don't feel like I'm being nitpicky. Like, I feel like if you look at this, that looks good. That doesn't look great. Yeah, his guts are like low res. Like, you full screened this. It's crystal clear. I can see it. I can frame capture it. I can break it down. And it does not look that good. This is literally supposed to be a next-gen only remake, and that don't look next-gen to me. I'm not trying to be nitpicky, man. I'm not. There was another shot right here that we had. Oh, shoot. It thought I double-clicked. Come on, video. Go full screen. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can get it again. Yeah, right there. This is another example of, like, the floor looks low res. The texture on him doesn't look very high res. I don't know. Why is this next gen only? This doesn't look like a next gen only game. I don't feel like I'm being picky and unkind. It looks like he's wearing a t-shirt with a picture of guts on it. Yeah, like, look at his hands. What? That's all. I don't know. If this was... They've done some good things with the lighting. Yeah, the lighting is probably one of the best things to showcase. Like, everything with the lighting looks great. Like, this right there. Like, the lighting just looks phenomenal. I feel like they're also hiding a lot with the lighting and the fog. Golly, even look at the lightning effect. Jiminy Christmas, that does not look very good. Look how low res that looks. That looks like some kind of a low res, like, sprite. That doesn't look like lightning. Look at the way that it's wrapped on his body. It's not even, like, dynamically coming off of his body. It's been like some kind of a sprite or texture. It's just been wrapped around his skin. That doesn't look good. Yeah, and look at the blood coming off of him. Look at that. It looks all jagged. It doesn't look like particles. Yeah, man, I don't know. The more I pick this apart, the more disappointed I am. This doesn't look like a next-gen remake. It doesn't look like you remade this. It looks like you upped it a little bit. You made it look a little prettier. This right here is what people... This is why people say, like... And play the clip in real time. Oh, I just saw something else. Yeah, it doesn't look... The lightning doesn't look good. Look at the stuff coming out of his mouth. Watch the animation on the stuff on his mouth. Watch. Watch this. It looks flat. The stuff coming out of his mouth looks like a flat texture sprite. It doesn't even look three-dimensional. This doesn't look like a remake to me. And then right next to me looks great, by the way. This right here, his leg and the gashes in his leg look awesome. This does not look amazing. Stop capping. Yeah, the animation of the blood and stuff coming out of his mouth is like two-dimensional. Look, and it still pours out of his mouth after his head's gone. Watch. Look, it's still coming out. There's no head there. Look, the animation's still going. It's coming from thin air. Oh my gosh. Who put this together? It's real bad. I'm sorry for the people looking forward to this. If you think I'm being a hater, I was really looking forward to this. They've made some very questionable decisions. Those are two-dimensional animations like sprites. They don't look very good. Well, back there, let's break down the fire. I think all that looks totally fine. Yeah, that looks fine, and well, yeah. Look at the brief flashes of animation on the thing on the ground. It's more two-dimensional sprites showing up. Yeah, it's just more two-dimensional sprites. Like they look like flat. Like you remember when you played Wolfenstein? Yeah, look how flat that looks. Golly frickin' jeez. If this was on every platform, I wouldn't be being this picky. I wouldn't. I would not be being this picky. This is next gen only, and they're using two, like, look at the, oh my gosh. Oh, golly frick, it gets worse. Okay, I want you to watch. As this thing comes out, I want you to watch. See all this stuff that just came out? See all this stuff that just came out? Watch the animations for it. What? It just disappeared! Did you see that? It just literally disappeared. Watch all the gory mud. Watch the animation on this. What the frick was that? This is so bad. And that looks frickin' terrible. It looks like a frickin' cartoon. And it just disappears. Look at boom. Look at the frame. Look at the frame, watch. It's not even like a dynamic particle that hits the ground. It literally is like there, and then it's gone. Golly. I am real sorry to do this to you guys. I'm going to play this. I'm looking forward to this, but this does not look like a next-gen remake. This looks really, really cheaply done. I am incredibly sad to say that. Callisto Protocol is going to kick the crap out of this thing. Jiminy Christmas. Oh, man. Super disappointing. Really is. It's why I'm telling you, this is why the trailer is so chopped up. They were hoping that they could hide this. They were hoping they could hide this. Oh, look at the stuff on look at the animations around his feet. What the frick is that? Humanity ends here. Yeah, so does my hope. Smiley with a 10-month milestone. Love the coverage, Lono. I'm still looking forward to the game, but man, the Frostbite engine really needs to go. $70. $70. This is bad for $70. The more I watch this, the more disappointed I become. Like, they're trying to hide. I'm telling you right now, they are trying to hide the animations. They are. I'm trying to see this scene right here. Okay, it's right after this scene. Yeah, I'm trying to watch these animations. Oh gosh, look at the freaking fire. Oh my gosh. It's this stuff on the ground. Those are flat sprites. Those are flat sprites. Look at the flat fire sprites around the door. I can't believe this isn't a next-gen only remake. It looks so dated. Look at those fire animations, bro. Gosh, they're just trying to hide it. I am usually not this negative, especially about something that I was looking for. Look at the animation of his thing filling on his back. Why does that look so low texture bad? That doesn't look like a light. That doesn't even look as good. Well, I don't want to say this. I might end up looking ignorant. My memory is that the light glow and refill in Dead Space 3 looks better than that. Look how jerky that is. What is that? And it looks low texture. Is that how it feels? Like that? Like herky-jerky? It doesn't glow? Yeah, it kind of glows in Dead Space 3. A 4-month milestone from Mike. I checked. It's $70 on PS5 and Series X, and it's $60 on Steam. Oh, man. If you guys are just tuning in, I am usually in this scene. Welcome to Reforge Gaming. You are maybe part of a really big day. We might hit 20,000 subs today. If you're enjoying this breakdown, I keep it safe for work. I am usually in this scene doing a talk show. We need 148 more subs to hit 20,000 subscribers. I'll tell you what'll help me do that if you hit the like button. It is free to hit the like button. We're going to keep breaking down the trailer. We need 70 more likes for 500. Subscribe so you can talk in my chat. Let me know what you think about this. I am extremely disappointed in everything I'm seeing here. It's so low res bad at multiple points. Look at the lightning. Look at the lightning effect right over here. Look at that. That is a flat two-dimensional sprite. That's not a three-dimensional like rendered piece of lightning. Look at that. You can tell it's flat. You can tell by looking at it. It's like the cover of a book. I'm freaking in disbelief. I have to take this phone call. I'm just going to let it play. All right, I'm back. All right, hang on. I want to go back to where we were. Where were we? Yeah, okay, we were here. Okay. Why are y'all disappointed? Bro, let me explain something. I am not a negative YouTuber. I don't do that. I don't do negative clickbait. I don't hate on things needlessly. Usually, I am criticized for defending games and companies more than criticizing them. I'm actually usually accused of the opposite. I'm usually accused of being too positive, too in the defensive of the games. This right here does not look like a next-gen only remake. It looks like the more we've slowed it down and the more we've looked at it, the less impressive that it looks. If you really pay attention to the animations, oh my gosh, at every turn, it looks bad. I'm gonna show you another thing I just noticed. I want you to pay attention to the smoke fog animation coming out of this vent. That's like that. It's like flat old gen animations. Like they're doing the quick sort of subdued gameplay. Even there, they don't want you to see him walking up to the table. They don't even want you to see him walking up to the table because the animations on the ground, like the fog rolling up, it's like a flat 2D sprite. For the short shelf, if you want it, thank you, Butters. The lighting is good, but we've even broken down this. Like, this is a great screenshot to showcase the game looking like plastic. Right? It looks like plastic. Calling it bad, I just don't agree with personally. Not as next gen as we'd hope, but bad. Can't agree. It's bad within the context of what they tried to do, Sven. Sven, if I go to a 5-star steak restaurant and the steak is a little chewy, that's bad. I went there for excellence. If you're going to do a next-gen only remake and that's what it looks like, the textures, the flat, two-dimensional sprites and animations, like, look at this area down here. Look at the animation. Look at the blood over here. It's all flat. Look at the way that it's flying. It looks so bad. Look at that. Look at the way it comes off of there. That one right there. There is a blood pattern right here that literally just fades and becomes see-through and disappears. It just vanishes. I mean, look at the way the blood particles come flying off. Look at this entire section right here. It literally fades and just vanishes. What? It doesn't look like a next-gen remake. It looks like a low, like all of the textures look low resolution. Look at his leg. Listen, I am not known for being persnickety and picky and overcritical. This doesn't look next-gen. It looks like an old-gen game. That does not look like next-gen. That looks like something I could have played on my PS4. I just arrived to see gameplay, and all I see is a snapshot and an idiot screaming. Well, I'm sorry that my trailer breakdown is hard for you to enjoy. Maybe just, I don't know, go somewhere else. You said it previously, don't like it, don't buy it. No, that is a misrepresentation of what I said earlier, Corey. I said when people say they don't like remakes and remasters, they're admitting that they're not the target audience. I'm the target audience for this. I've never played Dead Space 1. I was looking forward to it. It's a $70 next-gen remake, and I'm looking at a trailer full of low-res textures, 2D sprite animations. It doesn't look like a next-gen remake. As the target consumer, I'm saying you didn't make what you said you were going to make. That doesn't... Don't like it, don't buy it. I wasn't saying don't like it, don't buy it in some smug sort of dismissive way. I'm saying if you're going to say you don't like remakes and remasters, going on some tirade about how companies shouldn't be doing remakes and remasters doesn't matter. You're not the target audience. It's like a vegan getting angry about a steakhouse opening. You're not the target audience. No one really cares what you have to say because you're not going to be a patron of the restaurant. I want to play this. I was really excited about it. This doesn't look like a next-gen $70 remake. Yeah, it's $70, Corey. Like, look at the lightning animation. He literally look. Okay, we already looked at this part. Look at the blood coming out of his mouth. All right, look at that. Watch this. I'm gonna frame by frame it for you. Look at the two. It's flat, 2-dimensional. It doesn't even look 3D. It's just sloppily pouring out of his face. Oh, and after his head's gone, right? His head's gone, and the animation continues. There's just more stuff pouring out of, I don't know, just some invisible source. 2-dimensional and just vanishing into thin air. It doesn't look dynamic. It doesn't look like well-designed particle effects at all. All right? And then I want you to watch the lightning right here. Look at the lightning. Again, it's a flat 2-dimensional sprite animation. It's not even 3D. Look at the way it's wrapped on his legs and his body. Look at the way the blood particles pop off of his body, by the way. You see all this? Pieces are just disappearing. Look at it. This is supposed to be a next-gen remake. Look at that. Look at the blood particles and the blood pieces splattering off. It looks real bad. Everything's jagged and rigid and not animated. And then the lightning is a flat 2D animation just wrapped around his body. This doesn't look like something that they remade from the ground up. It looks like they prettied up all the original stuff. The original still looks good. This ain't no $70 game. This is a huge uptick from the last game. I'm not saying this looks like the original Dead Space 1. I'm not saying that. If you guys are enjoying my coverage, I am usually in this scene. Thank you so much for being here. We are really, really close to a huge subscriber milestone. So if you think I'm being overly critical and you want to disagree with me, we welcome that here. Hit subscribe. That enables you to talk in my chat. I keep it safe for work. We keep it respectful. You are more than welcome to disagree with me and debate me on this. I was stoked for this trailer today. I was super excited, and this looks like a $40 to $50 remaster. This does not look like a $70 next-gen only remake. It just doesn't look like it. Yeah, Sven posted side-by-sides. Like, where was the good one? The first one you posted... Like, all right, I'm going to give you guys a side-by-side, okay? I'm going to give you guys a side-by-side. I am not at all saying this looks bad like Destiny 1. You're being overly critical. So find me a next-gen game with animations like this then, P. Dudley. Find me a $70 next-gen game with flat 2D sprite animations that look like something from the PS4 era. Seriously. Find it for me. Hang on. Let me get you this screenshot. I'm not saying that this looks like the first game, okay? Here's a great comparison. This guy says you're milking the crap out of your stream. You keep repeating yourself. Yeah, it's called being a good live streamer. When new users come in, I do like a 10-second welcome. You're too stupid to understand that, so you can't hang out here. We don't like people like you. Like, look. It clearly looks amazing compared to the last game. Like, anybody saying this looks like Dead Space 1 is just stupid. I am not saying that. This is a huge uptick in quality. Just look at the metallic design and the lighting on the main character, okay? Then look at the setting, then look at the monster, then look at the lighting. This absolutely is a huge uptick in quality from the first game. But if you look at Returnal, a next-gen game with its particle effects, its animations, its movements, this right here, like, look at the frame by frame on this. Look at the pieces breaking off. There's no fluidity. Everything is jagged. Everything looks low resolution, low texture. Stuff's just appearing out of thin air. Where are the frames? Where are the frames? Watch. Right here. Boom. Stuff just appears. So that's why it doesn't look fluid. It doesn't look next gen. It doesn't look good. It looks very rigid and jagged. And where are the frames? Look how far stuff flies in one frame. I'm sorry. I don't think this. I'm so looking forward to this game. I'm super excited. I'm not a hater. I'm not. I'm a very disappointed, interested customer. I'm very disappointed in what we've seen today. If this was a cross-generation game for like $60, I'd probably be like, it looks pretty good. When I saw the early screenshots and saw that it was going to be next-gen only, I thought, even just this morning, seriously, go back and watch the show open. I told Eugene, I said, I bet you today's trailer changes your mind. I said, I think this game's going to be bonkers good. You know, it's next-gen only. The screenshots have looked incredible. I was on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And the trailer, the more I've combed over it and looked at everything, it's completely changed my mind. This doesn't look like a $70 next-gen remake. It doesn't. Like, okay, here's another thing that we looked at. I want you see all this mud and guts splattering up? I just want you to watch the animation. Watch. Look how, like, and then stuff just disappears. Seriously. Look how rigid and stiff stuff comes flying out. And look, right here. That disappears. This one here. And gone, disappears. All this stuff down here. Watch. Ready? And poof, gone. Just gone. Like some kind of a magic trick. You know? Hang on, I gotta take this again. It sounds like it's only got one drive. So they must have done what's called a partition where they split the drive in two, and that second drive disappearing, that's pretty concerning. He's like, it might be an issue with the partition. I'm like, no, I think the hard drive's going bad because it's an old computer. So I don't know what he said they'll call me back with a solution. Simple Music says, honestly, I wouldn't say you're the target audience. They're doing a lot of mechanics from other Dead Space games that only fans would pick up on. Simple Music, I'm the target audience because I was interested and wanted to buy it. That makes me the target audience. That means that they made trailers, they made announcements, and I said, oh my gosh, I can't wait to play that. And now I'm looking at it and I'm saying, I don't see anything here that's evidence of a $70 next-gen only remake. It looks like a very well-done remaster. It doesn't look remade. Do you understand? So when I defended The Last of Us Remake, a lot of my defense centered around the fact that they completely remade models, animations, worlds, sets, everything. This doesn't look like they remade the animations. It doesn't look like they remade the particle effects. Those are a huge element of a game like this. You're literally blowing limbs off. It's gory, it's bloody, it's gruesome. And the gory, bloody, gruesome is the worst part of the trailer. Like, it's the worst part. It looks, this exchange he has with this guy, this is supposed to be some big quintessential moment, and it looks really, really bad. It doesn't look good. It looks low resolution, the textures look bad, the animation sets look bad, even the way things blow apart, it looks dated. It doesn't look like a $70 next-gen only title. It looks like they sort of remastered the original. Which, listen, I'm totally fine with that. If you want to remaster Dead Space 1 and sell it and give me an experience that I couldn't have when the game first came out, because I didn't play the game when it first came out, I can go back, I can revisit it, and it looks nicer, runs better, looks prettier. That's great. But when you tell me you're doing a $70 next-gen remake. Everybody got so upset at The Last of Us Part 1 being $70 as a remake, and they blame Sony. Well, this is on both platforms. Series X, PlayStation 5 for $70. I see no evidence here of a $70 next-gen. Like, we went frame by frame on The Last of Us Part 1 trailers, and we showed all the pieces and the side-by-sides, all the characters, all the remakes. When I slow this down and I take a fine-tooth comb and I look at it, it does not, there's no evidence here. I can't defend this game as a next-gen remake. If I wanted to right now, if I had somebody come in here and said, I want you to break down this trailer and really defend this being a $70 remake, I would not be able to do it. I would not be able to substantiate the classification and the price point, and even I guess you could call it a remake because it is so dramatically different from the original, right? It is so dramatically different from the original, but I would say that this what we've seen today, it doesn't look like a next-gen remake is what I'll say. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not that it doesn't look like a remake. That's how I want to classify my position. It's not that this doesn't look like a remake. It looks like a remake. It doesn't look like a next-gen remake. I think that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's objectively bad. It's not up to current standards. Eugene says it's bad. I've said multiple times I just can't agree with it. Not saying anyone else is wrong. This stuff is subjective. I agree with Eugene. It's not up to the industry standard right now, the current standards of next gen. This doesn't look next gen. Listen, all you guys want to come in and we want to debate next gen and what's next gen. What have we always said? Better textures, better resolution, better performance. The game's supposed to look and perform better. And this, like, I can't get over how bad that looks. I want you to watch this a couple of times. This thing blasting out of the ground, watch the mud. Watch this animation set right here, all right? I'm gonna back it up. Watch this animation set. I'll back it up a couple of times. Watch how jerky and bad it looks. It literally looks like claymation, like some intern made. Look how jerky it is. It doesn't look fluid. It doesn't look like good particle effects. I can't help but look at Returnal and say, man, that's a next-gen only game that got particle effects and animations and gruesome worlds and and monsters and stuff just so incredibly right. That's a better framing, says Sven. I will probably agree with that. My stance was compared to the original, it's an amazing remake. It looks like a very good remake. It doesn't look like a next-gen remake. I promise you, the industry and the people who break down and do analysis of this are going to agree with me. I promise you. I'm not trying to pull fallacy of the group. That doesn't make me right. I'm telling you right now, any of the experts out there that break this game down, that break down the textures, the resolution, the animations, I guarantee you I'm going to have almost universal agreement this time with the people out there. They're going to say, this doesn't look next gen. Look at all of the animations. Look at all of the details. There's so many things that look flat. Fans are going to call you nitpicking. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, Digital Foundry will break down all the things I pointed out. The 2D sprites and the flat animations and the low resolution textures. This was literally one of the scariest and most beloved video games of all time. So we'll see the final product. That's all I'm saying. Okay, they released this today to show off what they've been doing, and they feel like this is their best foot forward. No pun intended, as he puts his foot forward. Animations, like, I cannot get over this animation on his leg. I can't get over it. It's literally see-through. It's translucent, and it fades. It literally fades. Like a layer in Photoshop where somebody turned down the opacity. What am I looking at, man? Like, they thought that right there. They thought this looked good. No one's saying that you can't be excited for this or that you can't enjoy it. Do what you enjoy doing. Ray tracing would fit in great in this remaster. That's art style. Yeah, Eugene says they did a puzzle game to reveal the date. They put a bunch of effort into this video. I think Lono is scared to play this game. Look, man, I'm looking forward to this game. We're gonna have a 10K video today. This video is gonna have 10,000 views. I want to play it. I want to experience it with you guys. Go back to the beginning of this broadcast. If you think I'm just a hater, if you think I'm like being critical and click farming, I'm not. I was literally stoked. I was defending the game on the outside of this trailer, telling people, "Oh, it's gonna be as good as Callisto," and I am very disappointed in what we have seen. Callisto's looking way more atmospheric. If you guys are pushing the subscribe button today, man, boy, oh boy, are we getting close. I think this is telling too. Yeah, 1,300 votes on our poll. Half of you give it an A, and then everybody else is giving it below an A. So half of the audience gives this an A, and everybody else today has given it a B and down. That's pretty split. Lono was super excited before the trailer dropped. I was too. The lighting might be the only next-gen element. If you guys are just tuning in, we've been breaking down the Dead Space remake gameplay trailer, and I am pretty disappointed. There's a lot of things in the trailer that are low texture, bad animations, very rigid, it doesn't look... My main issue is this looks great when you compare it to the original. But this doesn't look great when you compare it to other next-gen remakes. It doesn't look like a next-gen remake. That's my issue. I think it looks great if you're just wanting to go from the original to this one and have a great new experience or a fresh experience or a prettier experience. I believe all those things are true. This does not look like a $70 next-gen remake. It doesn't. I don't think you're a hater. You're right. The plastic look and the high price. I agree with these points. Yeah, let me really establish that as my main point. How many votes before we started reviewing it? Let's redo the poll. Yeah, that's true, Eugene. How many people voted before we actually broke down the animations and looked at the textures and how, like, herky-jerky some of it is? It looks closer to a remaster than a remake. What are you expecting then? I was expecting if you're going to remake a game, charge $70 for it and only make it for next gen, I expect it to be on the level of what we saw in The Last of Us Part 1. The animations and the gore and the blood alone should look like a next-gen game, and it doesn't. The textures in this game and the animations, it looks like something I could play on my PS4. It doesn't look like the particle effects in Returnal. It doesn't look like the blood effects in other next-gen games that I've played. It doesn't. Like, even the animations on his feet, look at that. Just like flat, rigid sprites appearing and disappearing. You're not going to get a game as good as Schofield's game without Schofield. I'll be buying this as kind of a tall drink to wash down the Callisto Protocol. Has this guy had any experience in game design? I mean, I was a main stage interviewer at E3 2019, and I've interviewed game devs. I've researched game development. I worked for a small software development company for a year. Like, I'm not a developer, but I've been in and around the development world and game development for almost a decade. Like, I know what to look for. I know what we did this with Starfield. There were flat, two-dimensional animations in Starfield's trailer, and I wasn't the only one to call that out. Other experts and other analysts pointed out that there were some weird things in the Starfield trailer. Like, there are things in this trailer that are concerning. It's like, number one, it's supposed to be a gameplay trailer, and you're constantly interrupting my view. Look at that. Like, so I can't see what's going on. It's almost like you're trying to hide stuff. Like, just this scene right here is so worth noting. It's so worth noting. The stuff coming out of his mouth is flat, two-dimensional sprites. Homie, that's how they animated blood and particle effects on the PS3. You understand? Like, watch the stuff coming out of his mouth. It's flat. It's a flat, like, two-dimensional sprite. It doesn't look like something that is on next gen. And that too, we've broken down the lightning. Like, people think I'm being picky. Bro, like, that right, this entire sequence, when you actually look at it, the lightning on his body is a flat, low-resolution, like, 2D sprite animation they just wrapped around his body. That's a low-resolution texture that they've applied to his body. Look at how it's animated. Look at these areas up here. Look how rigid and pixelated it looks. What is that? It's only a game? Using the critiques from this video as a benchmark, how would the Callisto trailer stack up after watching this? Analyst mode? I don't want to do that. We're getting a very high click rate of people coming in that want to see this trailer. I don't want to start showing Callisto. That would be confusing to people. Listen, if you guys want to do a Callisto Protocol trailer comparison, become a member. If you're not a member, we'll do it in the members only stream. That's a great member perk. It's a reason to throw $5 at the channel and become a member. It's a reason to gift members right now. Let's bring a bunch of people with us. We'll do that. We'll do that shortly. I don't want people coming in, clicking on this video in a YouTube search algorithm and seeing Callisto Protocol. It's only a game. Yeah, I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm saying it doesn't look next gen. That's exactly right. There's like, this is another section with an animation that's embarrassingly bad. So this guy's going to come up out of the ground, and there's going to be like a mud. See this mud-like texture? Just watch it. What is that? I'll frame by frame it for you. It's freaking terrible. It looks like low-budget claymation. Like, there are pieces from this animation that are literally going to just disappear. They don't dynamically fall to the ground. That's why I'm talking about particle effects. Okay? See how they're just fading the particles out? That disappeared. Right there where my mouse is. Boom, gone. It just disappears. That's why it looks rigid. That's why it looks herky-jerky. It's like, wait a minute, why does that look so bad? It's because they're literally just making things disappear. This piece right here is going to disappear. See it? Watch. And gone. That whole piece. Why does YouTube say your channel is $7, but you say $5? Oh, if you're buying through the app, that's Apple. That's Apple charging you extra, right? Yeah, that's Apple charging you extra. All right. Now, that's not the only part of this animation that disappears. Watch the bottom where my mouse is. You ready for this? You ready for this David Copperfield animation? The whole thing disappears. Now, that's not something that you just fix in post. That is quite literally how they have animated that. That's how they've animated that. They're just making the whole thing disappear. So, when you watch it in real time, that's why it looks like odd. It's like this weird... Sure, Nycat. Okay, particles don't fall to the ground in zero gravity, but they shouldn't disappear. Okay, yeah, that's a well-made point. Sure. Is it just not a next-gen game? Every game on the next-gen console needs to be on par? Ray, if you are going to charge $70 for a next-gen only remake, it needs to look like a next-gen only game. That's very simple and logical. Silver Shadow hitting a 4-month milestone. Welcome back. 3 months to future seeing Lono. Thank you so much, bro. All right, before we rewatch it again, let me go full screen. If you've never been here before, welcome to Reforge Gaming. We have been covering this trailer for a little over an hour. We already did a God of War talk show this morning. I'm usually in this scene doing a talk show. It's also safe for work. If you like this kind of content, discussions, debate, all those things are welcome. You'll notice I'm not like swearing like crazy. A lot of people throw me on in the background of their day like a radio show. So feel free to hit subscribe. Once you do that, you can talk in my chat. You are welcome to disagree with me, debate me. Just don't be nasty or don't criticize people. Criticize their arguments. Eugene says, there's a standard that's been set. There are games to compare this on multiple levels. This doesn't reach the standard, period. You can be okay with that. You can enjoy the game. That's fine. It doesn't change that this is substandard. I agree with that. I think it's a wonderful way to break it down. I'm telling you right now, I am not going to be the only one saying this. Dollars to donuts, I guarantee you, Digital Foundry will point out a lot of the things that I pointed out. A lot of other outlets and articles and blogs will be written about this not looking like a next-gen game. There is no way I'm the only one seeing this. It is substandard when you compare it to other next-gen only games like Returnal with their particle effects, and you compare it to the next-gen only Last of Us Part 1 remake. The people that talked about Last of Us 1 doesn't look that great, doesn't look like a big uptick, it looks like a remaster, I can't wait to hear what they have to say about this. In before it gets delayed, people pointing these things out. CD Projekt Red coming out swinging will prove the full power and potential. Project Orion. Cyberpunk 2070 sequel will prove the full power and potential of the Cyberpunk universe. It's going to be in UE5. CEO officially is on record saying that the expansion of Cyberpunk 2077 would be their last project in the Red Engine. All future product would be in UE5. So, yeah. I've always said that if Cyberpunk was built in a new engine, they could do everything they wanted to do. That engine is bad. That could be a cover story tomorrow for us. Project Orion. Is it you guys have that in gaming news? Yep, thank you. We'll cover that tomorrow. Particles, you write low resolution base on articles. Normally free flow animations take a lot of time to render. They kill the engine. Yo, 512 design. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not. But when you have a $70 price point and it's only available on one platform, homie, there's a standard that people are going to expect there. You wonder if it's the engine? Probably is Frostbite engine. Yeah, that Fist game is really good, David Jacob. It's been out on Steam and other platforms for a while. Looks like they're doing a physical launch trailer for Switch. It's not a new game, but just telling you why. Naughty Dog is best. Best of the best. Nobody is trying to say that a Civic is a Lambo. You guys are trying to say that Dead Space should be more than it is. No. Nope. I'm not saying Dead Space should be more than it is. I'm saying a next-gen only remake should look like a next-gen only remake. There are other next-gen only games and next-gen only remakes right now that you can compare this to, and it doesn't compare. That's what I'm saying. It's very logical. It's very fair. I'm not asking this to be something else. I'm not asking for major gameplay changes. I'm not. I swear YouTube's freaking out. This stupid chat keeps showing up even after I've closed it. Are you talking about the poll? It keeps showing up? Couple of questions, Lono. Do you think they were trying to take shortcuts on this one? Can it improve before it launches? Are we going to get remaster quality versus remake? Oh, I don't think they can fix any of this. I think these animations are baked into the game's crust. You know what I'm saying? The poll is very buggy. All right, I'll get rid of the poll. If I'm paying for a $70 Dead Space, I want a $70 Dead Space, says Abe. Yeah, I just confirmed this is using Frostbite, like, Battlefield 3 from 2011 or whatever. Yeah, what's another game that struggled because of the Frostbite engine? Anthem. Zhao Campos Jr. I don't know how to say your name. I think you're typing in French, maybe Italian. English only, please. I can't read what you're saying. Because the poll was positive? No. P. Dudley, you're not going to last very long here if you're going to say that I got rid of a poll because it was positive, right? That's a pretty low-level swipe at my integrity. Do you think I honestly care if a poll doesn't agree with me? You think I care? Do you think in all of your experiences with my content, my demeanor, and my personality, you think I give a single ounce of a frick if people disagree with me? Has that ever bothered me or unsettled me to the point that I delete a VOD or remove anything? The poll was buggy and I couldn't vote, says Telorn. Yeah, people were saying that it was buggy. Will the remake game have first-person version or use VR glasses? No, there will not be a first-person version of the Dead Space remake, and I don't know of any VR versions that have been announced. It's a third-person action-style horror game. What's the reason that devs wouldn't just use the Unreal Engine when it seems to be clearly superior? Well, because when you work in the existing... Isn't this game already built in Frostbite way back when? Or did they remake this from the ground up in Frostbite? The poll was positive before he started the breakdown. I wanted to change my vote to C. This remake is disappointing as a Dead Space fan, says Liquid Smoke. Thank you. Like, I welcome disagreement and debate. Like, I feel like my position is fair. We've broken down multiple scenes, and we have found evidence of low-resolution textures, low-resolution animations, particle effects are very, very low frame rate. Like, I think when I look at that and say, hey, man, that doesn't seem like a next-gen only game to me. I don't think I'm being unkind or picky or persnickety. Yeah, there's low-res particles, low-res textures, low frame rate animations. It doesn't look like something that I need a next-gen console for. Frame rates are skipped on the particles to save render time. Dead Space has a VR game, but it's bad. Oh. When you set a price of a remake at $70, it isn't just getting compared to other remakes or its old version. It's getting compared to every brand new game that costs $70 of less, because that's who it is competing with. Thank you, Distorted. Like, look at the landscape of $70 games right now. They don't look like this. The poll can act up and make viewing experiences worse. Lono cares about that and removes stuff. No shot because of the scores on a poll. Yeah, I had multiple people complaining about the poll. I referenced the poll. The poll actually, I don't know if I would consider the poll all that positive. 50% of the audience gave it an A. Everybody else gave it a B and down. I was expecting S-tier gameplay today. Half the audience felt like it was a B or below. I wouldn't say that that is a good decision. I wouldn't say that's a good showcase for a next-gen only game. Lono's been proven wrong by a poll once after much discussion, and he kept that up. Yeah, I didn't remove the poll the one day, and I said it was disappointing. We were talking about the Last of Us Part 1. Yeah. It didn't prove me wrong. It showed that the audience didn't agree with me. Oh, no, you're right. I said that I thought the poll would agree with me, and it didn't. Yeah. I was wrong. I was like, oh, no, there's no way. There's no way. I was like, the audience is going to agree with me. And the audience didn't agree with me, and I left the poll up. I remember that day. I was like, I'm disappointed. I was hoping that people would be more analytical, and you know, I was hoping that people would agree with me. After careful consideration, I agree with you. I'm glad you saw the truth. Dead Space doesn't have a VR game. It was a Wii game. Oh, and it's actually good. I was going to say, I don't remember ever seeing any Dead Space VR advertisements. I can see the low-res stuff, really, because my eyes suck. Oh, I can't see. But if I was going like this, I may not buy it. Plus, I'm just hoping it's just a low-res trailer. It's not a low-res trailer. So let me show you the video controls. So I run an extension to hide the video controls. Okay, so I'm watching this on YouTube. Okay. I'm watching this on YouTube, and I have it set to 4K right there. See? So it's not a low resolution video. 4K. Listen, we watched it once, and I said, I don't know, guys. I said, I don't think that looked that good. And everyone's like, oh, it looked great. So I was like, let me switch it to 4K. Maybe it'll look better in 4K. And then we started breaking down the video, and there's so much in it that doesn't look good. Like, just watch this right here, okay? This is low resolution textures, very, very jerky, jittery frame rate. Look at the particles flying off. That does not look, right now, okay? There's two categories I want to establish with you. There are next-gen only games, and there are next-gen only remakes. There's two categories to compare this to, because this is a $70 next-gen only remake. And when you compare what we're seeing here to other next-gen only games and other next-gen only remakes, it looks bad. It's beneath the standard that we've seen up to now. This doesn't look good. Now, if you compare this to the original, yeah, sure. It looks fantastic compared to the original, but it's supposed to be a $70 next-gen only title. Look at the lightning portion. We've analyzed this section too. It is a flat, low-resolution texture of lightning on his body. Look at that. Look at it. And then watch the particles when he gets shot. Low resolution. Look at the jagged nature of this piece right here. It's so jagged. Like, I remember, right? Skin right there is plastic. Yeah, it doesn't go outside the body. Yeah, it's literally stuck to the body. It's like they've just applied a texture to his skin. It's not three-dimensional rendered lightning. It's a low-resolution like lightning texture that they've just animated, and it's stuck to his skin. Look how it stays in the body. That's called a mask, similar how masking in Photoshop. Oh, it's masked. Okay, so it's not a texture, it's a mask. Right, so I'm not using the right terminology, but to the layman, what I said makes sense, right? It's just like a texture on his skin. It's not around his body like lightning. How much of this can they clean up and polish before January? I actually don't know, because it feels like these animations and the way they've decided to do particle effects, it feels baked into the crust. It doesn't feel like something you can just go change or fix. Guys, if you're enjoying the content and you're enjoying my breakdown, let me pause it. We're really close to a milestone, so I love meeting new people. Hit subscribe to talk in the chat. It's a great way to dialogue and disagree with me. We already had a great God of War show this morning, and I appreciate you being here. We are right on the doorstep of 20,000 subscribers. We need like 100 people to subscribe, and we're gonna have, that's a huge milestone. What engine are they using? Frostbite. You feel a delay coming? I don't know if this is going to get reamed out the way that Halo Infinite got reamed out and then they delayed. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I definitely think in the wake of this trailer, the press is going to be negative. That's my prediction. I think Digital Foundry, I think guys like Reforge Gaming, I think they're going to react to it and be like, this doesn't look like a next-gen only game. It looks like a previous generation game. This looks like something I could play on my PS4. This looks like something I could play on the Xbox One. Particles as he stands up don't even obey the laws of physics. Right! Some of the animations are so dissonant, they draw your attention to them because they don't look right. This is part of the reason why I hate comparing things to Sony devs, but this doesn't reach standards other companies have set either. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's hard because there's not a lot of next-gen games to compare this to, right? You can compare it to, like, what, Forza on the Xbox, and then a handful of titles on PS5. Go play Returnal for PS5. That's a next-gen game for sure, and I'm a huge Dead Space fan. Yeah, nobody here is being a hater on Dead Space. I was so excited before we saw all this. What's a really good remake that somebody other than Sony has done? I mean, help me out, chat. I can't think of any right now. There's not too many right now, honestly. So this is the best footage the devs were able to handpick, says Abe. This was supposed to showcase the good parts of the game. If this is the cream of the crop, then what's the rest of the game looking like? Yeah, there you go. Resident Evil 2 Remake. There you go. Thank you, Fooly Time. That was actually really good, and I played that. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, here's the thing. The danger there is the Resident Evil 2 Remake was praised because of the chasm of difference from Resident Evil 2 and the Resident Evil 2 Remake. This game is not just a remake. That's why I'm being more critical. This is a $70 next-gen only remake. This is in a unique category. There are other remakes that are amazing that weren't next-gen only. Was Resident Evil 2 next-gen only? I don't think it was it? At the beginning of the trailer, it says, not all images appear in-game. Visual quality depends on your hardware. It's obviously hardware that's making it look bad. Yeah, it's mine. Yeah. Oh, 12 minutes of new gameplay from High on Life? Is that brand new? Did that just hit today? Yeah, I'm going to throw that in the React channel. We might react to that. I feel like I need to do a reaction to this video just for the Reacts channel. Like, I've got so much that I want to say after watching this. You know what I'm saying? You think they're going to try and sell it to last gen after they get the next gen dollars? No, Control did not get a next gen remake. Did they? They might have pushed out a next gen update. They might have pushed out a next gen update. Is there a precedent for that? A good summary would be nice. Yeah, I could watch it through once and then watch it through a second time and do my Zapruder film frame by frame breakdown and feel like this looks like garbage. Like, that sounds hyperbolic, but the more I look at this, the more irritated I get. I'm like, this just looks bad. I'm frustrated. Resident Evil 2 was PlayStation 4, released before PS5, but then got a good next-gen update, and it feels more near-gen than this. Feels more next-gen than this. Right. CD Projekt Red's Marcin Irwinski, who co-founded the company, will step down as co-CEO. Oh, they'll be okay. It's time for some restructure anyway, probably. What gets more attention? Game trailers that look like garbage or really good-looking games? It's all psychological. Wait. You think this is bad on purpose? Is that what you're saying? You got to clarify your position. That's Lono's position and ours as well. For $70 in next gen, it should look better than this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This game should be like $50. At best, not a full 70. I tell you what. Even if it was $50, I'd still be saying a lot of what I'm saying. I would still be saying a lot of what I'm saying. Do you want to know why? Because it's next gen only. I don't care if it's only $50. Whether it's 50, 70, or a nickel, you limited it to next gen only. So I'm excited to hear that. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, this game's gonna look amazing. Watch the opening of this broadcast. I was like, Eugene was like, I don't think this game's gonna be that good. He's like, I think that, Callisto Protocol is gonna be better. And I was like, Eugene, I think this trailer today is gonna change your mind. It changed my mind because it doesn't look next gen. You wouldn't be saying it in your high-pitched voice. You'd say it in your regular voice. What, if I didn't care? Maybe they built the remake specifically for the Series S. It should look way better. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest, man. Hopefully there'll be a day one patch that enhances it. Here's the challenge, homie. Here's the challenge. You cannot enhance textures and animations that easily. Now you can enhance textures. They could throw out a texture pack, but animations, no. It's a W for Eugene. Oh yeah, this trailer 100% proved him right. Like, Callisto Protocol is gonna blow this away, and the comparisons will be rampant. Oh yes. Price affects my tolerance, but doesn't change my overall assessment. 70 gets your voice to go 2 octaves up. 50, you'd critique it in your normal speaking voice. Oh, I understand, Zubair. Yeah. Okay, guys. The viewership is drifting down. It will continue to drift down as I get ready to transition. So, if you want to do Operation Gray Name and gift a bunch of members, wait a moment and then start gifting members so that the people that stuck around, the people that are loyal, they get one. If you're going to part ways with me, because we're going to get ready to go to members only, if you're going to part ways with me, do me a favor, hit subscribe and the bell button and come back on another day, or go watch some of my past broadcasts to see what my coverage is like. We are really close to 20,000 subscribers. We do multiple talk shows a day, and I am safe for work. So I appreciate you being here, spending some time with us, breaking down this trailer. I'm being critical, I'm being negative. I hope you're seeing that I'm doing it in a way that's logical and reasoned. I'm not just being a hater. I'm coming from a very reasoned position of the Dead Space remake is a $70 next-gen only remake. Those are a lot of boxes that should be checked. This trailer doesn't check those boxes. There's low-resolution textures, very low resolution, and low frame rate animations, jagged edges. Nothing looks next-gen only. There are other next-gen only games right now. There are also next-gen only remakes that look significantly better than this. This looks like a very, very good remaster, and that's fundamentally my thoughts on it. So as people leave because we're no longer watching it and I get ready for the members only stream, It's not really a thing on YouTube the way it is on the other platform. The purple platform, people do the $5 thing way more often. But we are trying to foster that here. For $5, you can become a member to my channel, and then you won't miss out on all the extra content. We do an extra talk show every day. We have a members-only Discord. We are getting ready to go to the members-only talk show right now. And if you want to come with us, it only costs you $5, and you get that for a whole month. You get those extra talk shows every day. You can go back and watch past broadcasts. We just celebrated 3,000 members on the channel, and we did a Just Dance stream. My wife and I did a Just Dance stream. It was hilarious. And when you become a member today, it applies to the previous content. You can go back and watch those VODs. Also, if you guys like gifting members, now is always a great time to gift members because you can bring people with us. We call it Operation Gray Name, where we convert the gray names over to green names, and you can bring them along for the ride over to the next stream. And we appreciate that very much when you guys do that. It's always very generous. I'm going to set this one for 12:30. Jay's channel said Marlong Gaming Nation. Are you in here trying to promote somebody? Because it doesn't work and it's really not classy. Or were you sent here as like a raid? Like, that's cool, but that doesn't seem like what you're doing. I feel like people come in and they come in on alts to promote their channel when they see a video, they see a live stream doing really well. It doesn't work. I wouldn't do that. If you really, really like that person, you're not making them look good when you do that, okay? Let me get the redirect set up. See how many people we lost? That doesn't bother me. That means the people that stuck around, they're loyal. If you clicked on this for my breakdown of the trailer, you're going to have to rewind the stream. So if you just recently clicked and you're like, what's going on? We already broke down the trailer and watched it numerous times. I'm actually pretty disappointed. I feel like I articulate my position in a fair way and in a way that is not underhanded or dishonest. I feel like it's totally fair and logical position about why this game is so disappointing. And I'm setting up the members-only stream now. So if you guys want to do gifted members, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that while I get everything ready. I'm going to send out the members-only announcement. Huge day. Let's compare some trailers from today just for members. I love clicking random YouTubers when in a stream already. Yeah. Oh, golly. It's not a wireless mouse, so it didn't fall off the desk. Lono just saw the poll was disagreeing with his stand, so he decided to bail early. Shut up. Okay. All right, I'm going to hit the Discord with an alert. Post that. All right, we're going to compare the Callisto Protocol trailer to the trailer that we just watched. So it's a great reason to become a member. It's a great perk for members, right? If redirect traditionally doesn't work for you, it's a great reason to click the link in chat. Don't rely on the redirect if it doesn't work for you. You're typical Mexican. Thank you so much for that membership renewal. All right, we're not doing Operation Gray Name today. Nobody gifted. That's totally fine. We hit a huge milestone last week, so I get why people are kind of like, I'm tapped out on gifted, Lono. Totally fine. Hey, thanks for clicking on this. This video is a members-only video, and it's a special video. You only get to see this if you're a member, so if you're watching this, congratulations. Maybe you got gifted. Maybe you decided to become a member recently. A good way to not miss out on content is to have notifications turned on. You should get notified of members-only content. Also get in the Discord. There's a members-only Discord link. It's below in the description of every video. We are going to be comparing the Dead Space remake trailer to the Callisto Protocol trailer because people are drawing those comparisons, but I didn't want to do that in that stream, okay? I'm going to end that stream, so if you're in that stream, click the link in chat to come to members only or ride the redirect. I'm going to end the stream and bring you guys over. Thanks Thanks so much for watching and supporting. Click like and subscribe on your way out. And I'm going to go now hit end.